Hey Todd, are you there? I just wanted to say that I can't believe that tomorrow is our actual wedding day. I mean, this really is just incredible. I didn't think this day would ever come. Do you know around what time you're going to be arriving at the venue?
Hey there, Julie. It's nice to hear from you. Yeah, I was thinking of getting there a little early so that I could supervise with the setup and help out with it if the need arises. You know how much there is with these weddings, right? I mean, you spend so much time trying to set things up months and months prior, and then it turns out that so much of what actually needs to be done can only be done on the day of, right?
Yeah, that is probably a good idea. I know that there is so much that can only happen on the day of, but I really appreciate you working so hard to make sure that this is the best wedding ever. And please, let me know if I can help. And can I just say that I am so happy to have a man like you in my life? I really appreciate how proactive you've been about all this. I can't believe you and I are actually going to be getting married so soon.
Yeah, it really is going to be something, I can tell you that. In fact, I'm just looking forward to tomorrow so much, it's going to be really special. Anyways, I still have some things that I need to take care of here, so I'll probably get back to work just so things are all set up and ready to go for tomorrow. And besides, it's bad luck for us to interact with each other too much before the big day.
Hey Todd, are you here at the wedding venue? I'm a little bit confused. I've been looking around for you for a while, but haven't seen you. Did you run into some kind of trouble on the road or something? Did you end up getting stuck somewhere or something?
Oh, wait, didn't I tell you? I'm actually at the wedding venue that I booked in Hawaii right now. In fact, I've been down here enjoying the sunny beaches for a few days now, really. Now, how's that for a wedding day surprise? I bet that never once in a million years did you ever think that you'd be getting a message like this, right? You must be so distraught. I wish I could see your face right now.
Wait a second, what? What do you mean you're in Hawaii right now? And why are you talking about a venue there? I didn't know anything about this at all.
Oh, oops! Don't tell me I forgot to tell you about my slight change of plans. Well, I guess the present is as good as any time. The fact of the matter is that I think we're just gonna have to cancel our wedding.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Why should we have to go and do something like that? This doesn't make any sense at all. Please, Todd, I understand that a wedding can also be really stressful and scary, but I don't think jokes like this are the way to go about it. Whatever you're feeling right now, can you please just talk honestly to me about what's going on? I am sure that you and I can work through this, whatever it is.
Oh man, this really just goes to show you how little you actually know about what's going on. You think I need your patronizing tone that just oozes through the text? Well, the fact of the matter is that I'm not in Hawaii alone right now. In fact, I'm with the real love of my life, and her and I are gonna be getting married here. Not only that, but both of my parents know about this and are here in Hawaii as well. Not to mention all the guests on my side as well. Actually, I was surprised how many people showed up. The venue's already super crowded.
But wait, none of this makes any sense at all. I mean, are you really telling me that you're in Hawaii with some other woman right now? Please, Todd, there has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, you wouldn't actually do this to me, right? Please tell me that I'm just not understanding something correctly.
That is the gist of what I wrote out to you, is it not? I mean, do you really need me to type out the same thing twice just so that you can understand it? Yes, let me make this perfectly clear for you. I am in Hawaii right now with the true love of my life so that we can get married here. And that is the reason why you and I are not gonna be getting married. Do you understand? Besides, she is just so much better than you in every single way, especially where it really counts, her money. Heck, I might not even really have to work after I'm through with everything here.
Hold on just 1 second. Does that mean that you've been cheating on me this whole time? Is that really what you're telling me? But then, I don't understand. Why didn't you just tell me all of this from the very start? Why wait until the day of our wedding to tell me the truth? I mean, I just really can't understand how you could do this to me. How could you plan to get married to another woman on the same day that you and I were supposed to be getting married? Explain yourself!
Oh, come on. Do you really think I was going to be getting married to a woman who barely has time for anything besides work? And you're always bragging about what you do, too.
Are you kidding me? You think that I brag about what I do for a living? And besides, the only time that I really get busy with work is during our busiest season. And you do the same thing when your company gets busy, too. It's all you talk about, and you're hardly ever home.
Oh, great, here we go again. You always have to do this. You always have to try and drag me down to your level and try to spin things against me. Let's face the facts. I'm a man, and that means I really shouldn't be with a woman who puts her job so far ahead of her marriage. So it's clear that the only way I was ever going to be happy was to leave you for another woman, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I am going to marry this woman who is the woman of my dreams, and we are going to raise a family together, and she's gonna do all of the housework. In fact, maybe you could learn a thing or two from her.
I don't believe this. I mean, I guess I just had no idea that you had such a negative opinion of me. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I put so much trust into you, and I thought that you were the one, and now you're treating me like this, and I have no idea how to even react at this point. You know, I was ready to spend the rest of my life with you. You were going to be the only person that I ever had eyes for, and now I just don't know what to think.
That's rich. Did you really think that you and I would ever really stand a chance of staying together for that long? You must really be crazy if you thought that was ever going to work out. You must just think that everyone in the world is supposed to bend over and do whatever it is that you tell them to do, huh?
I don't know what else to say right now, but you have completely destroyed any trust and affection that I ever had for you. I just want you to know that I will remember this, and you are going to pay for what you've done.
Oh man, you are just so bitter, it is hilarious. But I know that these are nothing but the pathetic little barkings of a beaten down dog. So I'll just say that I am overjoyed that I'm finally able to leave you. I never, ever, ever want to see your hideous face ever again. Hello, Julie. How are you feeling today? I hope that you're feeling at least a bit better now, but I suppose I should know better than to say something like that. I just want you to know that we are all very sad to hear about what happened and about the changes to the wedding plan. If there's anything that I can do at all to be of any service to you, please let me know.
John, I'm so sorry. You helped me prepare so much for my big, big day, and I was really looking forward to it. But the wedding's off. I tried talking to Todd and figuring out what was going on in his head, but, well, it sounds to me now like he was telling the truth about all the horrible things he was saying to me. I never ever thought that something like this would ever happen to me. I mean, what kind of person would do something like this, right?
Oh, dear. Well, I am so sorry to hear that, Julie. It's not something you should be concerned with. You must be mentally and physically exhausted. I, as well as the managers of the venue, have taken care of notifying guests and all the arrangements. Please rest well for now. It sounds like you've been through a lot.
Thank you, John. Honestly, you saved me. I cried so much, I couldn't show my face to anyone. I just can't believe that this has happened on today of all days. I mean, really, of all the cruel and heartless things that one person can do to another person, I just don't get how this could happen. Of all the terrible things.
In that case, I'll prepare a warm towel and some soothing herbal tea for you. And please let us know if there's anything else that the staff here can help you with. We are all at your service, and we feel so awful that this happened to you at our venue.
You really are so thoughtful, John. Maybe I was wrong to trust someone's kindness so quickly like this. Oh, I hope you don't mind the blubberings of a jilted woman.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid that I don't quite understand what you're getting at when you say that.
I loved him and thought he was a kind person, but it was all an act to ruin today's wedding. I was such an idiot to be deceived. Why did I ever trust him? Yesterday, I thought today would be the happiest day of my life. And instead, the first conversation I have with my would-be husband on the day before our wedding is him telling me that the wedding is off and that he's leaving me. And on top of all of that, not only is the wedding off and not only is he leaving me, but he is also leaving me to marry another woman in Hawaii. I just don't understand how someone could ever think that's okay.
Miss, may I be frank with you about what I'm thinking right now? And I do hope that you'll forgive the boldness of a mere concierge commenting on your love life.
Of course, John. You've already been there for me in so many ways that I really needed. I'll listen to anything you have to say to me. After all, you've been okay with receiving text after text about my complaining about everything that's happened. The least that I can do is listen to what your thoughts are on the matter.
To hurt you this deeply, and for him to be happily getting married in Hawaii right now, I am just absolutely seething with rage. If I could, I'd tear him limb from limb and feed him to the sharks. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but that is just how I feel right now.
Oh, John, I know that you're saying that to be sweet, but let's be careful with the language. I would hate to get you in trouble for anything.
My apologies. However, you're someone who has built her own wealth without relying on your family and works so hard. For him to call such a woman a nasty woman who flaunts her money is utterly infuriating to me. I mean, is his ego really that fragile that he can't stand to be around a successful woman?
Thank you, John. I can't let that guy just live happily ever after either, but I didn't even realize he was cheating. What am I supposed to do in a situation like this? I just feel like a complete and utter fool.
Again, I beg that you please excuse my wording, but, well, if you want to get back at Todd, then I think it's high time that you take matters into your own hands.
John, what exactly are you suggesting that I do? I mean, are you really telling me that there even is something that I can do in this situation? I really just don't know if there is anything that could be done about this right now. Really, just think about what it would even be like to try and do something about what Todd had done to me. Not only did he already tell me that the wedding is off, but he's going to be getting married to someone else and in a completely different state that is half an ocean away. So, if you are really trying to tell me that there is something that could be done with this much distance and with so little time, then I would greatly like to hear it, because I just have no idea of anything that I or you or we or anyone could do to try and remedy the situation as it stands now. Just think, someone would have to get in a boat or on a plane or maybe some other kind of mode of transportation that would allow them to cross the ocean all the way to Hawaii if we were even going to find Todd in the first place. And on top of that, even though it might look small on a map, Hawaii is a really big place to get around once you consider all the island hopping and tiny little spaces it has. He didn't even tell me where in Hawaii he was right now, so he could literally be anywhere and we would have no idea. And then maybe, even if we went there, by the time he even did find where he was getting married, he and his new wife might have already gone back home. But I think more important than any of the reasons that I've given above, it would just be so difficult to do anything to try and fix what Todd has done, since we just don't really have proof that any of what he said is true. So, if you really are suggesting that there is something that could be done, then I am all ears, but I really don't think anything is going to work at this point.
Certainly, we may not have concrete evidence right now, and it's uncertain if we can deliver a proper punishment. However, if you don't act, you can't do anything. That much is certain, isn't it? If you don't mind me saying all of this, that is.
That's true, isn't it? You're right. If I just keep moping around like this, he'll only get to enjoy his happiness more. I can't let that happen. Why should I let this little snake get away with what he did to me? You know, John, I think that you might actually be onto something. Here I was thinking that there was nothing to be done about the awful thing that Todd did to me, but that's the entirely wrong attitude to have about this. It is just like you said. If I don't try and do anything about it, then absolutely nothing is going to get done. I know I said that there was probably no way that I could possibly get back at John, but I think that now you have convinced me to get back at him after all. An awful man like that needs to learn that he is not allowed to treat other people, especially someone who he has been romantically involved with for so long, like that. He needs to learn a lesson about taking responsibility for his actions. And I think that there has got to be a way to show him that.
I think that is a fine spirit to show in these times. Please let me know if there is any way that I could continue to serve you humbly in this position. Oh man, the wedding was a huge success! The photos turned out great, right? I even shared a few with you since you helped out. How was your wedding venue? You should send me some pictures too if you bothered to take any. Oh wait, I guess that you probably didn't even bother taking any photos since nobody showed up to your wedding at all. Isn't that right?
What is the matter with you, Todd? I thought that you and I were through. Why in the world did you think it was okay to send me these photos? What's the matter with you?
I wanted to see how you would react to seeing your would-be husband getting married to another woman. I just wanted to watch you suffer. We're never gonna meet again anyway. How does it feel to be outmaneuvered by someone you've always looked down on?
Todd, I just want to say that I never intended to do any such thing. At least, I always considered you my equal, and because we were equals, I thought we had a good relationship based on mutual respect. But I guess I was wrong, huh?
Equals? Ha! No way! We're totally different when it comes to money and how we spend it. You always want to take a taxi when you're tired, and you want a dishwasher after we get married just 'cause you want to make things easier on yourself. If you want such a luxurious life, you should stay single.
I told you I wanted those time-saving appliances because I wanted to prioritize spending time with you over housework, and I only wanted to call a taxi because I twisted my ankle and it hurt. Are you seriously saying even that was me flaunting my money?
It was an obvious attempt to show off, like I can buy appliances without my husband's money. Honestly, that kind of stuff was so annoying and stressful, but now I'm free from all that stress and I feel refreshed. It stings a little to have less income, but I can support one cute wife with my earnings. I'm done with a woman who'd stress me out for life.
You just keep on running your mouth, don't you? Well, you won't be able to keep talking like that for long. Oh, you think you're finally free, huh? Well, I'm quite persistent. All the sadness and pain I suffered on my wedding day, I'm going to return every single bit of it to you. There's no way I'm letting you be happy.
Oh no, I'm so scared. Whatever am I gonna do with a woman who nobody wants to marry upset with me? Hey! What is the matter with you? Don't send weird stuff to my parents' house. Because I don't know your current address, anything addressed to you has to go to your parents' house. Anyway, did you read the documents? Why in the world are you even trying to get in contact with me, huh? Don't you realize that you and I are through? I guess I didn't make it clear enough the last time, but the wedding is done and over and our wedding never even happened. So quit trying to remind me of it as if that's ever gonna make me want to get back together with you, because it is not. Do you understand me? I want you to leave me alone forever. I had my fun with you, but now it's high time that you just leave me alone and go live out the rest of your sad, lonely life.
I did read the documents, but if you really thought that I wasn't going to reach out to your parents or try and get in contact with you through them, then you are dead wrong. I mean, really, did you think I was going to let you treat me the way that you did and get away with it? What the hell is this? Why do I have to pay the entire wedding cost? I wasn't even at the wedding, and you went through with it alone, so you should be the one paying. Do you really think that you can just run out and leave me at the altar on the day before our wedding and think that you can just wipe your hands and be done with it? The wedding cancellation was all your fault, and I am not going to sit here and take this. It seems you haven't read the entire document. Listen, first of all, same-day cancellations for weddings incur the full cancellation fee, and the wedding was canceled because you stood me up, right? At the very least. You were already planning a wedding with your real fiancé, which means you decided not to go through with our wedding. So, isn't it your fault for not canceling in advance? Since your last-minute cancellation caused the cancellation fee, it's only natural you pay for it.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm not paying a dime. Nothing you can do is ever going to make me pay. Do you really think that I'm gonna just sit here and let you try and trick me into paying for a wedding that I never wanted and wasn't even on the venue grounds to participate in? Why in the world would I ever do something like that? If you think that's realistic, then that is on you.
I've hired a lawyer, so if you have any complaints, please get your own lawyer and let's settle this in court.
A lawyer? There's no way you found one that fast. Do you have connections with lawyers? That's cheating.
I don't have the connections that you think I do, but I do have someone powerful on my side. They told me the most efficient way to proceed, to crush you both as quickly as possible, giving you no chance to retaliate.
You! How dare you contact my company! Because of you, I got yelled at terribly at work, and I'm suspended. Why would the higher-ups at my company listen to your complaints?
Well, they actually witnessed your last-minute cancellation firsthand. Oh, you didn't check my guest list, did you? Among the guests I invited this time was your company's president.
Wait a second. You actually invited the president of the company that I work for to our wedding? Why would you do that?
Because my parents' company is a client of your employer, my parents have been doing business with them. And more than that, they're major clients who have a good relationship. So my parents invited the president. So, even if I hadn't complained, they would have found out about this whole situation anyway.
What the hell? If you were inviting the president, you should have told me!
I did tell you! You just ignored it because you were planning to ditch the wedding, weren't you? Because of you, there are rumors at work. They're saying I canceled a wedding and then married another woman after cheating. People are talking behind my back and gossiping wherever I go. But now, everyone is starting to learn the truth about the real kind of person that you are.
Well, you need to do something to fix this right now! Don't you realize that I can't make money if I can't go to work? Fix this right now!
You wish! You'll be lucky if this only ends as a suspension.
Damn it, damn it, damn it! Why am I being transferred to the countryside? You did something, didn't you?
You're the one who did something. Your last-minute wedding cancellation was so malicious that my parents intervened. They thought that if they continued doing business with a company that employed such a person, their own employees might also suffer some kind of harm, so they considered canceling the contract. My parents are the kind of people who protect their employees over company profits. Canceling a business deal over a wedding cancellation? That's ridiculous! And it was just a last-minute cancellation. Besides, from my parents' perspective, they couldn't trust a man who ruined their only daughter's special day, could they? But that wasn't the only reason for your transfer, was it? You were doing only gambling during sales calls and openly slacking off in your car, weren't you?
Wait, what? How did you know that? I thought I hid that I was doing that so well!
I also sent a detailed report with photos to your company, so perhaps your transfer was decided based on that, along with the wedding incident. And your new assignment is to a super rural area where buses only run a few times a day, right? Your salary has been drastically cut, too. You won't be able to support your wife like this.
But, wait a second! How did you figure all of this out? This can't be right! This can't be happening to me! How am I supposed to support my wife now? Don't you know she wasn't nearly as rich as I thought she was?
That sounds to me like a you problem. So please don't involve me anymore in your mistakes. I want nothing more to do with you ever again. Do you understand me? John, it worked out somehow. Honestly, his fiance's family seemed very strict, and when I went to talk to them, they didn't really listen at first, so I'm surprised things moved forward like this. I just really can't believe that everything is coming together like this. I would have never guessed things would turn out this way.
Well, I am just so sure that you were able to convince them after you told about the horrible way that Todd treated you.
Do you really think that could be it? Somehow, I'm just really not sure if that was enough.
Yes, indeed. That's why they looked at the evidence I provided. Actually, after you spoke with them, I also went to them with some evidence and spoke directly. At first, I didn't feel much progress either, but when I showed them a certain video, their hearts changed.
Hold on a second. A video? What video might this be? I guess it must have something to do with the day of the wedding that never was.
Yes, a guest had just so happened to have recorded video of you apologizing alone at the wedding venue in front of the guests. They captured it as evidence to use later, seeing how awful the situation was. Some of the guests had even gone through divorces, so they must have known that the video would come in handy for you. And just to be sure of things, I moved around to all the guests, collected their videos, and compiled them into one cohesive video to show them.
John, I don't understand. You did all of this for me? I really just don't know what to say at all right now.
This much is only natural. Seeing your tears, they must have understood what their daughter had done. I'm relieved that they took action like this, so I really don't think that I should be taking all of the credit right now. After all, I just helped provide them with all the information that they might need to make an informed decision.
I really just can't thank you enough for all that you've done for me and helping me out with this, John. I mean, really, well, if it weren't for you, I would probably still be a helpless, blubbering, depressed mess.
No, I did nothing. What moved the other party this time was unmistakably your feelings, miss. I merely conveyed them. If it weren't for your actions, I might have been turned away at the door.
I've never seen someone who works for a hotel go so far above and beyond what could have ever been expected of them. By the time everything all finished panning out and was said and finally done, Todd ended up with a criminal record. Not only that, but he also ended up losing his job for having such a poor character that would have never been allowed to fly at his company if they knew that that's how he really was. As for the family of his fiancée, they ended up having a needlessly large house that was meant to house at least 2 families, but because it was so big and because Todd lost his job, they all had no way of paying for it at all. In the end, they were forced to sell the house and move to their old house. However, their old house was also quite run down, and because of money troubles, they also had to sell and move out of that house in the end as well. As all of this was going on, Todd was desperately trying to find a new place to work, but word had gotten around corporate circles about what a horrible man he really was, and no company was willing to take the risk to their reputation that it would have cost to hire someone like that. The last thing I heard about Todd was that he was working as a clerk in a grocery store and earning even less than the pensions of his wife's family. Apparently, after a few months of trying to live like that, his wife's parents finally insisted that she leave Todd and move into a small apartment with them so that the 3 of them could try and restart their lives and recover from the damage that Todd caused them all. As for me, I am just so grateful that I had met someone like John at the hotel where we were meant to have our wedding. If it weren't for his stoic attitude and encouragement to stand up for myself, then I might have never had the guts to try and go after John. I really do not know how someone like me could ever repay the kindness of someone who worked so hard to do so much for me, especially when it really wasn't needed of him at all. I tried speaking to him about it once. I visited the hotel a while after I had heard about what had happened to Todd. I actually hadn't really been in contact with John too much since he helped me out way back then. But I thought that I at least owed him some closure about everything that had happened since then. I told him that I just felt horrible because after finally being able to make sure that Todd got what he deserved, I just felt like I had no way at all to ever be able to repay back someone like John for all the help and encouragement that he offered me in that trying time. I asked John if there was anything at all that I could possibly do to show my gratitude for all of this kindness and all the services that he performed for me, and he only told me that he hoped that I would have a happy life and that he wished me all of the best luck in the future when it came to finding another partner. So I suppose that from now, if I want to try and do my best to live right not only by John, my savior in all of this, but also myself, I will have to take care of myself and be more careful about who I trust with my heart. I know that the path to recovery won't be easy, but John has shown me that with a little spirit and creativity, anything that I thought was impossible can be possible. So from now on, I am going to try and take more care of myself and focus on self-improvement. I am in no rush to get into another serious relationship after all that I've been through, and I frankly think that is the best call for myself. I know that the path to the future will be tricky, but it is going to work out in the end. After my talk with John, he even gave me his phone number and told me that if I ever needed someone to speak to again, that he would only be a phone call away. I really have to say that I have never known anyone so dedicated to their job that they would offer so much to someone who they only just met, but maybe that just goes to show that it's always important to keep an open mind and trust in people when they prove through their actions that they really mean what they say about you. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey Sally, are you there? I was just curious. Are you really thinking of coming to our wedding? I mean, are you really actually serious about that? Because I just want you to know that our wedding is going to be something really, really huge. I mean, it is going to be the talk of the town for the next decade at least. Hey there, Brenda. Glad to hear that you really haven't changed at all, have you? But I guess at least that means you must be doing well. And hopefully all of your preparations for your big wedding back are proceeding smoothly as well. Either way, I wish you the best of luck. And besides, I think you are right about everyone really looking forward to it. I just can't wait to be there and get to celebrate with you all. Did you even read the message that I sent you, Sally? I mean, really, sometimes you can be just so silly. In case you didn't notice, I was asking you a question, remember? So don't you try and sneak out of answering it just because you know what's about to come next. Now I asked you a question and you need to answer it. Oh, I see. I guess I thought that was just a rhetorical question, really. I mean, after all, you are getting married to my brother, so I figured it would be obvious that I would go to the wedding. I didn't think that you were actually confirming to check if I was or wasn't actually going to be at your wedding, but like I said, it's my older brother's wedding, so it's just kind of natural that I would be there anyways, right? After all, it's not like him and I are fighting right now or have any bad blood between the two of us or anything like that. You really have some nerve, do you know that? You keep calling him your big brother and keep referring to him so casually. Well, let me remind you, Missy, that your brother happens to be on the state legislature, so how about you start showing some respect? Sorry, I guess I'm a little confused right now. I mean, of course I know what my brother does for a living, but no matter what he does or what he becomes, he's always going to be my big brother first, and I don't think anything is going to change that. Oh man, you really are just pathetic, do you know that? What, do you have a thing for your brother or something like that? Man, you're such a weirdo. Honestly, sometimes I really just can't help but pity you. Do you know what I mean? After all, you love your big brother so much, and yet at the end of the day, he chose me over you. Not only that, but that makes me the wife of a member of the state legislature. But where does that leave you, huh? I'll give you 3 guesses. Oh man, you really are just too easy to pick on sometimes, do you know that? You really need to not make yourself such a target. Brenda, I am sorry, but I think you have the completely wrong idea about the relationship that my brother and I have with each other. I mean, not only is what you were implying pretty gross and rude, but also I am not jealous of you one bit for being married to Mark. If anything, I am glad that he was able to find someone that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with and who makes him happy. I really don't understand why you need to be so confrontational or aggressive towards me when it comes to talking about Mark. So if you're asking me a question, that's the question I have for you. Oh, wow, you have got to be kidding me right now. Don't tell me that you think that just because you're the little sister of a member of the state legislature that you have any kind of high social standing than any other ordinary person. I am so sorry to have to be the one to break this to you, Sally, but the fact of that matter is that that privilege is solely reserved for his wife, me, and not his little sister, you. Of course, I suppose that you think that you can just look down on me all you like just because you're a little older than me, isn't that right? I'm really sorry that I'm making you feel that way, but I just want to make it clear that I'm really not trying to take any kind of tone with you at all. I'm just responding to all of the things that you've been implying about my brother and I, and well... Look, Brenda, you're about to marry Mark, and we're all about to be one big family, so maybe we should just try and get along. What? You think we're all about to be one big happy family or something? Oh, please, that has got to be some kind of joke. Honestly, do you think that after Mark and I get married that we're ever going to want anything to do with mere peasants like yourselves? I'm sorry, but the simple truth is that we are on completely different levels. We occupy completely different worlds, and that is something that you should never, ever forget. Really? That's how you and my brother are going to be after you get married? And this is something that Mark has endorsed as well? Because somehow I really can't see a man like him ever thinking that it was okay to treat other people that way. Well, I guess that just goes to show how little you know about how your brother and I when we get together. Besides, as his fiancé, I have the right to speak for the both of us with anything that I say. So you better just watch yourself, Sally, because the fact that you're Mark's little sister is only going to protect you for so long, do you understand me? So whatever you do, just stay out of my way and don't ever try and cause any trouble for me. Brenda, I really am sorry to say this, but I think that you need to really change your attitude with regards to all of this. I just mean, well, I think that you might end up regretting things in the future if you're the one who keeps this up. Hey Mark, are you there? I was just wondering if you had a moment to text with me really quick. The thing is that with the wedding coming up and all, Mom and I just wanted to make sure that things were all right between you and Brenda.
Hey there, sis. Of course, I always have time to chat with you. And thank you so much for asking about us, but we're actually doing just fine. Nothing to worry about at all. I know that Brenda can sometimes get a little bit ahead of herself, but I think we need to remember that she's still quite young. I mean, I know it's kind of the elephant in the room, but I'm in my 40s and she's still in her 20s, so... Well, I guess I can understand why everyone might be concerned about us.
Hold on a second. Brenda is still in her 20s? I thought that she already turned 30, right? But anyways, I don't think it's Brenda's age that has people so concerned about you two getting together. I think the thing that is really making people worried about the two of you is the sense that Brenda is kind of controlling over you.
Oh, well, I guess I can sort of understand how people might be able to see our situation in that light.
I mean, I think we can all agree that Brenda is, if anything, headstrong and always likes to have her way. But I mean, you know, you have a political career, Mark. Are you really sure that she's the right choice for you to marry? I just thought you might be a little bit more worried about what people around you, your constituents, thought. We're not trying to dictate your love life or anything like that at all, but I just wanted to let you know that you have people who are worried for you.
Well, I really appreciate that you're saying that to me, sis. And I also know that you're just saying this because you care about me, but I think it's just that Brenda is a little clumsy with her words is all. I really understand where you and others are coming from, but I also want you to know that I've thought about those concerns and still want to be with her. So thank you so much for wanting to look out for me. I really can't express enough how much it means to me. But, well... Did you know that Brenda is an only child? She doesn't have siblings or anything, so I think that sometimes it's easy for her to get a little jealous or protective over things or people that she sees as her own. But you know, as many problems as that can cause, I also think that it makes her really sweet and caring and willing to stand up for herself. I don't want to force you two to do anything either, but it would really just make me so happy if the two of you could get along better.
Oh, Mark, you really are a good man, do you know that? And if you're saying all of this, then I'll do my best to set my worries aside, but I just thought you should know that I was planning on bringing my husband to your wedding as well, so I hope that's okay.
Oh, you mean Bill was able to get time off to attend the wedding? Well, I have to imagine with how busy he is that can't have been easy for him, so please tell him thanks for doing that. Although, yeah, I guess there is a chance that his presence there might cause a little bit of tension in the air at the wedding. But he is your husband, and so I'm more than anything happy that the both of you will be there to help us celebrate our wedding.
Got it. Thank you so much for understanding, Mark. You really are the best. I'll let Bill know what you said. I just hope that we're all able to forget about all of these worries and stuff for at least a single day so that we can give you the wedding you deserve. Anyways, I'm sure that you're really busy with lots to do, so I will leave you to it and we will talk later. Oh my gosh, I really just cannot believe what I am seeing right now. I mean, did you seriously decide to show your face at my wedding? What is the matter with you? I thought I told you that Mark and I want nothing to do with a couple of poor losers like you and your husband. You don't belong here. Poor losers. Brenda, I know it's your wedding, but we are your guests here, and I really don't think that is any way to treat us. You think I give a damn at all what some little nobody like you has to say about anything? I thought I already told you not to bother showing your face here. Just get lost already. Brenda, come on. You can't be serious about this. I mean, I am the sister of the groom, for crying out loud. And you think that means anything at all to me? I told you that there is no place for people like you here. You just don't belong here. It is that simple. Honestly, why in the world do you think that you and your poor husband belong here? I told you that you and I exist in different worlds. And here, at this wedding, my wedding, it's the world of the rich, the famous, and the powerful, and everything that you're not. How many times am I going to have to tell you? You really have just completely lost it, haven't you? I can't even talk to you like this. Well, good. I don't want you talking to Mark or I, since I know that you're just after his money and influence anyways. But if I've told you once, I've told you 3,000 times. It means nothing at all that you are Mark's little sister. You are going to get nothing from either of us. And we certainly don't need the likes of you at the wedding for a member of the state legislature. So you can either go home, or I'll make sure your husband never finds work in this town again. Oh, really? And you think that you have the power to do something like that to my husband? In fact, you know what? I don't have time for this. I have tried to be patient, but you have really pissed me off. I am going to make sure that you get what is coming your way. Mark my words. Oh, please. You really think that either you or your husband has the power to do anything? And besides, do you really think that Mark doesn't have the authority to do whatever he wants to the likes of your husband? Or rather, do you not think that I, as the wife of a member of the state legislature, don't have the power to do just that? I really just don't even see the point of keeping up this conversation with you at all. So on that note, I think my husband and I are going to go leave this wedding and go home. I just have to wait for Bill to finish making the rounds, saying hi to everyone here first. Sally, you have some serious explaining to do. I want answers and I want them now. You tell me why in the world all 500 of my wedding guests are showing that much respect to your husband. Just who in the world even is this Bill guy that you married anyways? You mean you really don't know who my husband is at all? I guess that must not pay attention to the news very much. He's really quite that famous. Quit playing with me and just tell me who your husband is already. I am not going to be toyed with like this. Well, in the news they keep calling him Colonel Bill, and that's just because, well, that's just it. He's a colonel in the army. And in these parts of the country, that rank in the army tends to outshine local legislators by just a tad, don't you think? And moreover, with the way that you were saying all those horrible things about how my husband and I are peasants and poor and all that, well, I guess you really didn't know, given just how surprised you are about all of this. Although I suppose that just can't be helped at all. Although, I think the real people who were surprised were your family and friends here who apparently had idea that kind of awful person that you really are. In fact, I've heard most of them whispering about if you're alright in the head, and asking what's the matter with you that you would try and act that way towards a service member. So you're saying that's why the mood at my wedding has just totally changed after you guys left? You know, we were really hoping that everyone was going to stay at this wedding until the very end, but we were hoping to at least rent the space for another 2 more hours, but after your guys left, everyone started sneaking out, and now there's practically nobody here. The wedding was over before it even had a chance to begin. This was supposed to be my perfect day. I had dreamed about it and planned for it for all this time, and now you've gone and ruined it. Even Mark is just furious with them. I don't think I've ever seen him this upset with anyone before. Not only that, but my parents also got so furious with me that I actually had to go run away and hide in the bridal changing room. That's where I am texting you from right now, actually. So I want you to explain this all from the very start. What in the world did you say to make everyone just abandon me and turn their back like this? You have to tell me what's really going on here. Well, before I do any of that, I think I should let you know that Mark is actually here with my husband and I. He came over to apologize profusely to Bill. Wait, what? What do you mean Mark is there right with you guys because he went over to apologize to Bill? Why in the world would he go and do that? He didn't do anything, and he shouldn't have to lower himself like that. You really just still don't get it at all, do you? You treated my husband as if he were some kind of lowly worm who you could just say whatever you wanted to about. Do you not remember all the horrible messages that you sent to me? And who cares if my brother is in the state legislature? Who really cares about what someone's class or position in society is? The whole reason why my brother wanted to become a lawmaker was to serve his community and give everyone in our town a chance at success and a happy life. I told you before, but my brother would never say the things that you say about other people. Honestly, I can't believe myself that you went and did all of this. I would think that getting married to someone like my brother, that you would know to show a little more tact, especially when you're out in public. But now you've gone and affected my brother's reputation as well with your ridiculous actions. So of course he has to try and fix the mess that you've created for him. I mean, really, do you not understand what it means to be married to someone in politics? Everyone is watching your every move. You can't just act however you want or as if you're better than everyone else. You have a responsibility to the community to be responsive and respectful. But to me, it's clear that that was never an intention you had when it came to marrying Mark. Speaking of Mark, more than any of the people that you may have insulted today, I think it is fair to say that the one person who might actually suffer any consequences for what you have done would be my brother. You can't talk to me like this! I mean, I had no idea who you or your husband really were. You have to know that had I known the truth, I would have never, ever, ever, ever acted in the way that I did towards you guys. You know that, right? I don't really care what you have to say for yourself at this point, Brenda, but it is clear that you have not really been reading a single word that I have said. I mean, honestly, even if I was poor as you kept calling me over and over again, that is still just no excuse at all to be throwing people out of a wedding that they had been invited to. Do you understand that? So, when you hear about the kinds of things that people have been saying about how crazy you have been acting today, just know that they are perfectly justified in everything that they're saying. But more than anyone else, I just feel really bad for my brother. I mean, really, to have to deal with and clean up after such a messy woman such as yourself. You can't talk to me like that! I mean, don't you have any sympathy for me at all? Just think of the shock that I'm in right now! I haven't done anything wrong at all, surely even you can see that! Sure, I may have lost my temper just a little bit with you and your husband, but I really think that this is just taking things too far. I don't think I did anything at all to deserve you treating me like this. Well then, I think that you really need to reflect more on your actions if that is really how you feel about how things are turning out for you right now. Although, no matter how much you sit and reflect on the way that you treated Bill and I, the fact of the matter is that nothing you can do or say can ever take back those actions. You know that, right? So, even if we're feeling some kind of regret for your actions, which it seems like you only are to the extent that it affects you, it's still too late to fix any of this. Everyone who went to your wedding is already thinking and saying as much as far as you and my brother are concerned. I mean, you really made a big mistake. What do you mean? I don't understand why you keep bringing your brother into this. You keep saying that the things that I did are going to affect him the most, but that still doesn't make any sense to me at all. How could any of this affect Mark? Explain it to me right now! Wow, I really just don't even know what to say to that all right now. I mean, did you even once stop and think about what it would really be like to marry someone involved in politics, especially at the local level? Obviously, you were enthralled by the power and the prestige that you thought was going to come by marrying my brother. But it is so obvious to me that you never once spent any time thinking about the responsibilities that would also come with that. In a nutshell, now the people who support and vote for my brother are going to look at what you've done and think about his choice of spouse. Imagine you're a voter and a candidate asking your vote also has a completely selfish, rude, horrible spouse, and they are asking for you to vote for them. I know for a fact that if I was a voter, I would find myself questioning the decision-making process of that candidate and wonder if I could really trust him with decisions that would affect not just myself, but my whole community. My brother spent his whole career before he met you trying to work his was into the community and build actual credible trust in himself as a politician. And now you've gone and set him back to the start. I won't let you get away with how you've treated me, my husband, or my brother. But, I mean, you have to understand that I was never trying to do any of that in the first place. Surely you know that I would never want to hurt Mark in any way at all, and I would certainly never want to affect his career in the way that you're saying that I did. All I wanted to do was get you and your husband out of the picture, and this was before I knew who you and your husband really were, so surely you can see now that this is all just one big misunderstanding, right? We can make the public understand that too, can't we? Well, you should know that my brother is really upset with you. I mean, how did you think that he would respond to the things that you said about his family? And this isn't just about the horrible things that you said to my husband as a service member, but you really seem to underestimate just how close my brother and I really are. Because if you thought that he was going to just sit back and let you insult his little sister like that, well, then you're really even crazier than I might have thought at the very start. But surely, even someone like you can understand why my brother would be so upset at the way that you treated me, right? I told you that my brother probably wouldn't be happy to hear any of the things that you were saying about not only myself, but society in general. I tried to warn you and tell you to cool yourself down. I told you that you and I were going to be family soon, and that we were going to have to try and get along for the sake of keeping that all together. I give you plenty of heads up that if you kept acting like this, that it wouldn't end well for you. Well, okay, I know that you did tell me all of that, but I thought you were trying to scare or intimidate me. I thought you were trying to talk down to me as if I didn't know any of what I was talking about. I didn't think that you were actually being serious. Well, if you thought that everything that I was telling you was just for myself, then that is just another thing that is on you. Honestly, I know that my brother said that you're still young, but that is no excuse to be this stupid. But anyways, it really doesn't matter now that you've already gone and ruined everything. Nothing you say is going to fix what you've done, and it's far too late to try and talk yourself out of this mess now. If you have anything else left to say, you can go ahead and say it to my brother, because I, for one, am sick and tired of having to put up with your lousy personality.
Hey, Sally, I just really wanted to extend my apologies to both you and Bill again. I just had no idea the kind of person that Brenda really was. Or maybe that's not true. Maybe I did see the signs and I just wanted to ignore them or hope that they would fix themselves with time. I guess maybe I really wasn't as careful with all of this as I should have been. But anyways, that is still no excuse for not taking what you were saying to me seriously. I really should have listened to what you were trying to tell me about Brenda, and I'm sorry for not listening to you.
Oh, Mark, you really don't have to apologize to me for any of this. After all, it's not really your fault. Besides, more than anything, the person that I'm most worried about right now is you. You also must have been looking forward to this wedding, and then it had to end in the way that it did. But what do you think you're going to do about Brenda now? After all, I don't really think that people are going to be eager to change their minds about her anytime soon.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. It isn't going to be easy, but I have a lot of important decisions I need to make if I'm going to have a future in this town's politics. But that's for me to figure out. I just again really wanted to say how sorry I am to both you and Bill for how all of this unfolded. You two are my family, and neither of you deserved a single word of the horrible things that Brenda thought it was okay to say to you. And if there is one thing that I'm certain of, it's that I could never be with someone who treats my family the way that Brenda treated the two of you. On that point, I am certain about what I have to do.
Oh, Mark, you really are such a sweetie. Do you know that? I just know that you didn't mean for anyone to get hurt, and I really can't imagine how this whole situation must be tearing you up right now. Of course, I think it's fair to say that nobody, not you or Bill and I, or anyone who showed up to the wedding could have guessed how things were really going to go. But maybe this is your chance to get up in front of the public and make clear your stance about all of this. After all, you're such a great public speaker, and I just think that it might be good to get ahead of this before the situation gets any worse for yourself,
I think that you're right. I do need to do my best to make all of this right and make sure that the public knows how sorry I am. But more than anything, I need to make things right with you and Bill. I'll go and talk to Brenda and make her go to your house to apologize to the both of you in person so that we can start getting past this.
Mark, that is really sweet of you to think of going that far, but that's not really what I want to happen at all. In fact, I really don't care whether or not Brenda apologizes to Bill and I. I think the fact of the matter is that the two of us would be just as happy if we never ever had to see her again. Now, I know you said you made your mind up, but I don't think it's our place to comment on your relationship, so I won't. You know that I think it's usually wrong to give ultimatums, so I'll just say that I think we are probably going to avoid anything where Brenda is going to be. I don't want to see her or talk to her. I had already given her the benefit of the doubt and extended my hand to try and be friends with her over and over and over again, but she constantly threw my efforts back in my face.
I see. No, you're right. I didn't think about it like that, but you're absolutely right. I think I might have to go do some thinking about what needs to be done. I'll get in contact with you soon, okay?
After that, my brother did get in contact with me again. He called to tell me that he had spoken with Brenda and that he was going to get a divorce with her. He told me that he couldn't stand the thought of being with someone who treated his family so poorly. I told him that I completely respected his decision and that I hoped he was making the right one. Then I briefly muted the call and screamed out in joy that Mark had made the right call. Later in the call, Mark told me that he was going to suspend his campaign for the next election cycle so that he could think about his actions and how he can regain the trust of the community. As for Bill and I, well, we were just too happy to hear the good news that Brenda was no longer going to be part of our lives. I actually got a text from Brenda later where she tried to beg me to change Mark's mind about the divorce, but I just blocked her number. In the end, although I was the one being insulted, it was my brother who had to face the consequences of his wife's actions. I just hope he's more careful with who he trusts in the future. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Selena! It's getting so late. This is getting beyond a joke now. It's really not that safe for you to be out this late, and I'm getting quite worried about you. You need to come home right now, young lady. Would you just shut up already, Jazelle? I've told you countless times not to call me when I'm out with my friends. I'm so sick of you bothering me so much. And seriously, can you stop acting like my mother, for goodness sake? It's so creepy when a stranger who isn't even blood-related tries to lecture me and act all high and mighty. Just because we're not blood-related, Selena, doesn't change the fact that I consider you my daughter. I think it's only natural for me to worry about you. That's not fair for you to say that. Here we go again with all the crap that's coming out of your mouth. Jazelle, I don't want to hear it. Enough with that already. I'm beyond listening to you. Are you kidding me right now, Selena? Be reasonable. Besides, I told you that I had something important to discuss with you today, didn't I? We need to talk, my dear. Why would I ever keep an appointment to talk to a gross old hag like you for, huh? I hate mothers to begin with, so bossy and think they know everything. Do you really think that just because you've married my father that you wouldn't be a stranger anymore? I don't care, so there's no way some stranger who isn't even related to me is going to be my mother. Okay, but I get why you feel the way you do, and it's because of your real mother, isn't it? Wasn't it your biological mother who had an affair and left? Yeah, exactly my point. Mothers suck, so no way am I ever going to accept anyone as my mother. People who cheat on others are truly the worst. I understand your feelings about all of this, Selena. It hurts you, and I get that. But what I need to talk about today is very important. I really wanted to discuss it with you face to face. Look, I don't get how you're not listening to what I'm saying. I don't care about this thing you have to talk about, you old hag. I can't stand the sight of you anyway. All right, well, if that's the way you feel, then I suppose there's no other way to bring this up with you. I'm not sure if this is the best way to tell you, but I'm divorcing Juan. Is that what this big talk is all about? Really? Dad already told me. Honestly, I'm glad he finally made up his mind about you. I've been telling him to do it for ages, but he just wouldn't listen. It was really frustrating. Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? For ages? What did you mean by that? Have you had this planned out or something? Are you seriously kidding me, Selena? Well, yeah, obviously. Even just being a mother is creepy, but having a total stranger act like my mom and live in my house? That's beyond creepy. It's physically repulsive. Wow, okay. I didn't realize that you felt so strongly about this happening. I thought maybe you might have the smallest amount of sympathy. So you're saying you approve of the divorce, huh? Of course I do! I was the one who actually more or less suggested Dad to do it in the first place. I'll be so relieved when that gross old hag is gone for good. Okay, don't worry about how I feel when you say those sort of horrible things to me, Selena. Also, another thing that I need to mention is about the house. Ugh, would you just shut up for once in your pathetic life? You're actually the most annoying person I've ever met. My friends are waiting for me. I don't want to hear anything else from you. Whoa, Selena, we're not even remotely done with this conversation. You can't just bail on me right now. Just wait a minute, okay? Come back! You've got some nerve trying to talk to me about this divorce that's happening. Dad told me the truth. It turns out you're the reason for this divorce. I never really liked you in the first place, but now I can confirm that you really are just a piece of trash. You're getting dumped by Dad, and you totally deserve it. Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Why must you treat me so badly when I haven't done anything to you? No, seriously, don't even try to pull any of that crap on me about how you don't know what I'm talking about. You definitely know what I'm trying to tell you. How much longer are you going to stay in my house, huh? You're a complete stranger now. Get out of my father's house immediately. It's my house too, so I order you to leave. Okay, I really don't know what your father has been telling you, but it's you two who will be leaving the house, not me. It's your father who's getting dumped, not me. Huh? Excuse me? What are you even saying? This is my dad's house, so obviously you're the one who has to leave. Now go before I have to force you out myself. Oh, so that's another thing that your father kept from you too, huh? This is actually my family home, Selena. My parents passed away before I met your father, and I inherited it. Your family home? No way is that true. This house was practically brand new when we moved into it. If it was your family home, especially a hag like yourself, it should be old and falling apart, right? I had it completely renovated before we moved in. It had been in the family for a long time, and honestly, it was getting quite inconvenient. And just so you know, I paid for the entire renovation myself. What the heck are you even talking about? How can any of that possibly be true, Jazelle? You must be lying to me. Dad never told me about any of that. Well, he's obviously a proud man and doesn't like to admit these type of things. He thinks that he can do everything and anything, but he's not the only one. But I don't understand. If what you're saying is actually true, you're still the one at fault for the divorce, aren't you? That's what Dad told me, so why would he lie? You're acting all confident so that you can't admit defeat, am I right? Dad's going to demand compensation from you. You might even have to sell the house then, won't you? I told you, Selena, your father is a very proud man. He'd never admit anything to his daughter, especially that he was the one at fault for our marriage failing. And also especially when the reason for the divorce in the first place is infidelity, something his daughter despises so much. He probably couldn't bring himself to tell you. Whoa, just hold on a minute. Jazelle, are you saying what I think you're saying? Are you telling me that my dad, the one who was abandoned by my stupid mother, had an affair? That's a lie. It's not a lie, Selena. I know how you feel about it, and Juan himself was cheated on and divorced in the past, so I initially couldn't believe it either. But I have proof, and I heard it directly from him, so there's no mistake. Excuse me? How can there be no mistake in him cheating on you? That's unbelievable! There's no way after everything that happened to him that he would do something like that! If you can't believe any of it, I can show you the evidence of his infidelity. I have it all right here for you to look at. Why don't you ask your father about it later?
What in the world have you done, you stupid woman? How could you even think about doing something like this? Selena is unbelievably furious!
Well, of course she is, Juan. Why shouldn't she be? Her father, whom she adores so much, committed the very act that she despises most in the world: infidelity.
Okay, well, if you understood any of that in the first place, why didn't you just keep quiet about it, huh? She came screaming into my office at work and completely embarrassed me.
Oh, right. Well, I don't blame her for doing something like that, considering the situation. Wasn't the woman you had an affair with a subordinate at your company, Juan? Knowing Selena, she hates anything that doesn't go her way, so it's not surprising she'd do something like that. You should have seen that coming!
This isn't a laughing matter, Jazelle. Thanks to you, my plans to remarry once things have cooled down are completely ruined. My fiancée said she could never be the mother of a child who would do something like this. And on top of all that, my affair has now been exposed to everyone at work, leading to a demotion and a pay cut for me. What am I supposed to do about that, huh?
Ugh, do you think I'm supposed to feel sorry for you about that? How many years have you been Selena's father? You should have been able to imagine that this would happen if you were caught.
That's precisely why I tried so hard to keep it from Selena. Unlike you, I intend to continue living as Selena's father. Now everything's completely messed up because of this.
It's not just the affair, Juan. You didn't even tell her about the house, did you? It seems she didn't even know this house was my family house. This is what happens when you keep telling temporary lies.
Shut up, you stupid woman! Seriously, what am I supposed to do now? Selena's furious, my standing at work is ruined, remarriage is out of the question. I don't know what to do!
I'm sorry to interrupt your pity party here, Juan, but I'll be adding to your alimony payments. And remember, this house is not part of the marital assets, so you need to factor that into your plans as well.
Are you even listening to what I've been saying, Jazelle? I've been demoted and had my salary cut! I can't afford anything you're asking of me!
Well, you were the one who had the affair and is responsible for the divorce. It's only natural that you have to pay, even if you can't afford it. Instead of whining, you should be thinking about your future. This is absolutely the worst I've ever had to go through. I can't believe Dad was such a scumbag. I met his lover directly, and she's around my age. It's so disgusting that he was having an affair with someone close to my age. I'm sorry, but why on earth are you even talking to me right now, Selena? I don't understand. We're not supposed to be in contact anymore, are we? Oh, come on, Jazelle. Don't say that to me. Because of all this, I've realized something. That man is no longer my father. The only parent that I've truly got now is you, Jazelle. Wait, why are you saying that now for, huh? You were just saying how you couldn't stand the idea of a stranger who wasn't blood-related being your mother. But don't you get it, Jazelle? That's all because I didn't understand back then on how it all worked. Anyway, I've got a favor to ask you, Jazelle. Okay. But you can't just take back what you said so easily about how you treated me, though. But I guess I'll hear you out. So what is it that you want, Selena? So, because I only class you as my mother now, and I don't want anything to do with my father, is it alright that you take over my legal guardianship? I would very much appreciate that. I don't want to think of Dad as my father anymore, but there's no other adult I can rely on besides him. I don't want him around anymore, so I was thinking you could become my real mother? I'm sorry, what? You want me to be your legal guardian from now on? But not so long ago, Selena, you said that you hated me, didn't you? Oh, that was just me getting carried away in the moment, you know? Don't worry about what I said. More importantly, please take over my guardianship. Otherwise, I won't be able to pay for my tuition. I'm sorry, your tuition? Ah, I see. So you want me to pay for your tuition, as you have no experience with any part-time jobs, and Juan has financial problems, so you want me to take over? Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But that's not all, Jazelle. I literally can't stand my dad anymore, so it's true that you're a better option for me, Jazelle. And by what right are you saying such arrogant things? You called me an unrelated old hag and said it was physically repulsive to have a stranger living in your house, and always yelled at me. You were saying that I was acting like your mother whenever I tried to give you advice, which you hated. And now, of course, it's convenient for you. You want me to take over your guardianship and pay for your tuition? That's ridiculous. Oh my god, why are you saying such things for, Jazelle? I'm your stepdaughter after all. Besides, at your age, you can't have any more children, can you? Don't you see the benefits here? This is your last and final chance to have a beautiful and smart child like me. Don't you understand that? Huh? A self-centered, independent child like you? Are you kidding me right now? I'd rather not have any kids in that case. Never again try to act like my child.
I heard from Jazelle, you know. You apparently said that you prefer her over me. Is that really true? Are you messing with me or something? What do you mean you prefer her over your own father?
Oh, come on. Don't act all high and mighty when you were the one having an affair, you scummy old man. It's disgusting, so stop acting like my father.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me in this manner? I'm your father, so you need to show me some respect. What do you mean, disgusting to be your father?
You're literally disgusting, that's what. And you were demoted and had your salary cut because of the alimony payments, right? And the house is gone. Can you even pay my tuition, Dad?
Are you kidding me right now, Selena? You're completely selfish, just like your biological mother. You're still thinking about yourself at a time like this?
You were the one who's always thinking about yourself. You had an affair and got hit with alimony payments. Don't drag me into your mess. That's not fair at all.
If you're going to turn around and say that to me, then you were saying all sorts of things about Jazelle as well. I know how much of a big mouth you are. Okay. Let's actually just calm down for a moment so that we can both think clearly about this. Our arguing isn't going to solve anything, Selena.
Well, no, maybe not, but you're not making the situation easier for anyone at all. What are we actually going to do here, Dad, huh? How are you going to fix everything?
How can we fix this? You're right, financially, we're in no position to pay for your tuition. We don't have a house either. Selena, you're staying at a friend's place right now, huh?
Yes, I am. And I guess that you're staying at a hotel near work, yes? Since you're no longer in the house anymore? That can't be cheap, Dad.
That's right, but we can't keep this up forever. Hotel bills ain't cheap, and your friend won't let you stay there indefinitely. That's why I'm thinking of trying to reconcile with Jazelle again.
Well, if that were possible, it'd be for the best. But Dad, do you even realize you had an affair? There's no way that's going to work. You broke her trust.
That's why I'm gonna try to get back on her good side. Given Jazelle's age, her chances of getting married again are slim. If she's no longer upset with us, she might consider remarrying, don't you think?
Ugh, are you serious? Well, I suppose I guess it's better than doing nothing. Wait, Dad, do you still even like her in that way? Do you still love her or not?
No, of course not. But she owns a house, and if we remarry, the alimony will be canceled and I won't have to pay anything. I'm just gonna use her for that.
I don't know, but if it means that my tuition gets paid, then I guess anything like that is fine. All right, if we're going to do this, let's go and cheer her up right away. Hi there, Jazelle. How are things going with you at the moment? I just wanted to message you since I care about you a lot. Your workday ends around this time, yeah? Let's grab something to eat together. Okay, Selena, I think I've told you countless times, but what has gotten into you two lately, huh? You keep asking me to go out for meals or to hang out. And your father even comes to pick me up after work without asking me first. It's frankly very creepy, and I'm getting bad vibes from what you're both doing. I'm sorry, what did you just say? Are you telling me that what my dad is trying to do for you is creepy? That's such a mean thing to say. Dad would cry if he heard you say that. Well, you're acting pretty creepy yourself, Selena. This isn't like you at all. Besides, I never told you my work hours, so how do you even know them now? What do you mean, how do I know your work hours? Of course I know them, because I actually care about how you work. Dad told me. Anyway, who cares about that? Let's just go eat. I'm starving. Okay, I've told you this repeatedly, but I'm not going anywhere with you. Why would I go to dinner with my ex-husband's child, especially after you hated me so much? Oh, come on, Jazelle. There's really no need for you to say that. We don't need to go there anymore. We've actually reflected on our actions, you know? When you two were married, Dad wasn't at home much, and I was really awful to you. But after he divorced you, Jazelle, we realized that wasn't the right thing to do. That's why we're trying to be friendly with you now. You've actually reflected on this? How? No, seriously, please stop this. You contact me without any thought for the time, even during work hours, and you wait outside my company when I leave. It's just adding to my stress. Oh my goodness! I didn't realize that was how you were feeling at the moment. That sounds rough. Let's go to dinner and blow off some steam then. Okay, this is actually getting beyond a joke. I'm not laughing, Selena. How much sinks into that head of yours, huh? Don't you listen to what I say? This is getting scary. Oh, come on, don't be like that, Jazelle. Anyway, it's been about 2 weeks since we started doing this, hasn't it? Have our feelings of remorse reached you? Will you remarry my dad? What the heck are you talking about? Of course I won't. Enough is enough. Do you think I'm stupid or something? You're clearly doing this because you're in financial trouble, but continuing this won't make me think any better of you. Hey, stop saying things like that to me, Jazelle. Look, I couldn't even pay this month's tuition, and I'll have to drop out of school if this keeps up. Don't you feel sorry for me or anything? Actually, no, I don't at all. And besides, I'm a stranger to you, aren't I? Before you rely on a stranger, you should try to handle things yourself, since you're old enough to do that.
Hey, Jazelle. I just wanted to message you to say good job at your work today. I'm sure you worked really hard today. I've come to pick you up again today. I'm waiting outside the company as usual.
Oh my god, seriously? Why on earth are you doing this? I told you and Selena to stop doing this to me, didn't I? Why do you both keep ignoring me and carrying on? Give me a break.
No. I don't think I can stop. It's important to keep at it. Otherwise, you won't understand how serious we are. Anyway, why don't we stop somewhere on the way home? It wouldn't be bad to spend some time together, just the two of us.
Are you kidding me right now, Juan? I'm not doing this with you, and that's final. No, thank you. Also, I'm already at home. You should go home now, too.
Excuse me? What did you just say? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm so confused right now. You haven't come out of the office yet, have you?
The reason I haven't come out is because you're being so creepy. I actually asked someone at my company to let me out through the back door a little while ago.
Are you seriously kidding me? I went to all the trouble to pick you up, so why would you do that to me? I've been waiting for you to come out for almost an hour now.
Went to all the trouble to pick me up and I waited for you. Don't say such condescending things when I never asked you to do this. I'm at my limit. I'm going to report you two to the police.
Really? Would you seriously do that? You'd call the police on me? What the heck are you talking about? I haven't done anything to remotely warrant that.
You keep calling me until I answer, you ambush me outside work, and when I block your messages, you come to my house repeatedly until I unblock you. If this continues, it's going to disrupt my life.
But reporting us to the police, that's taking things a bit too far, isn't it? I mean, it's just an ex-husband and ex-stepdaughter trying to reconnect. You're the one who keeps ignoring us all the time, so you're the one with the problem, not us. We have no reason to be told off by the police or anything like that.
That's not even remotely true at all. Even if it's not an arrest, I could definitely get a restraining order on you and Selena. What you both are doing is classified as stalking.
No, come on, Jazelle. How could you even do something like this to me? What you're saying right now is completely blowing everything out of proportion. That's an overreaction.
It's not up to you to decide if it's an overreaction. Besides, I have records of all your calls and messages, and people from my company are willing to testify about you waiting for me.
Hey, seriously, stop it. We just want you to understand that we've reflected on our actions, okay? If that happens, my reputation will be ruined for years.
I told you repeatedly to stop, and you won't. So this is what I have to do now. You're the ones who are ignoring my wishes. So for now, I'm going to ignore your opinion on this.
Jazelle, please! I really need you to message me back right now. I really need help with something. Please reply to this message immediately. I really need you!
Ugh, why on earth are you messaging me at this time of night for? I can't believe you're doing this! Why should I even help you for? With what exactly?
Well, Selena told everyone about what's going on, and my affair at work got out to everyone, right? The company's punishment was just a demotion and a pay cut, but there were other issues too.
Okay, and what's this all got to do with me, huh? You made your bed, so you lie in it, Juan. But what other issues are you talking about? Were you isolated at work or something?
Exactly that! It's like they were trying to force me out of the company by just not interacting with me at all! Because of that, my work performance suffered, and today the company suggested I resign! So I did in the end!
Well, that seems like a reasonable decision on the company's part to do that to you. Your lover, or whatever, already resigned long ago, didn't she? So, sooner or later, it was bound to happen anyway. You're getting what you deserve.
You say that, but it all started because you told Selena what I was doing, didn't you? And you even honestly told my parents the reason for our divorce. Now my parents are disgusted with me, and even my friends left when they found out about the affair.
That's exactly why I said it's all your fault, Juan. I can't believe that you're turning this around on me when I did absolutely nothing wrong. I wasn't the one who cheated, that was you. Of all people on the planet, you should know how much it hurts to be cheated on and your partner running off with someone else. How could you do something like that to me? You contacted me at my company, saying you absolutely had to talk to me, so I unblocked you. I didn't want you showing up when there's a restraining order. But if you're just going to keep going on and on about your misfortunes or such idiotic things to me, I'm going to block you again immediately. I'm done with this crap, Juan.
No! Please don't do that! Don't say things like that! Like I said earlier, I have no one left to rely on anymore! Please, could you just give me some financial assistance? Just a little bit!
Are you kidding me? Excuse me, but you still owe me alimony after what you did to me, don't you? And on top of that, you want financial assistance? It's like I'm just handing your money you pay me back to you.
You say that, but was what I did really so bad that it warranted this kind of situation to happen? It was only just an affair, right? But now my parents have cut me off and you won't help me! This is so ridiculous!
Excuse me? Why on earth should I do that for you in the first place when you created this boomerang effect? Didn't you divorce your previous over just an affair?
But you do realize that what happened was a completely different time and place. My emotions were a lot different back then. A man's affair versus a woman's is not as hurtful, I don't think.
Did you seriously say what I think you said? Have you completely lost the plot? Do you really think that a man having an affair doesn't hurt a woman as bad than if it was the other way around? You really have lost your mind. Do you know how crazy you sound right now, Juan? Is that really so? Okay, well, you need to seriously think carefully about what you're doing. You need to take this opportunity to learn a valuable lesson. Both a man's affair and a woman's affair are despicable. Despicable enough to lose your job and be abandoned by your daughter and parents.
Jazelle, please don't do this to me. I really do need you. I can't live without any money. Don't make me pay for your alimony. It's too much for me to handle. I have no job. If you don't get back with me, you're gonna have to handle Selena. I can't pay for her forever. It's expensive to send her to school. I really need to get out of here. This town is super claustrophobic.
So, Selena, I thought it would be best to get in touch with you so that everything is over once and for all. I heard about Juan. He's disappeared, hasn't he? Oh my god, Jazelle, is that really you? Wow, I can't believe you've actually unblocked me from messaging you. I never thought that I would hear from you ever again. It's only to tell you a few things so that I can be done with all of this crap and for you all to be out of my life and not be anywhere near me again. This is actually about your grandparents contacting me, asking if I knew where he went. I don't know his whereabouts, but are you really okay, Selena, with all these inconveniences? Okay, so he said to me that he couldn't deal with all the money issues anymore and he couldn't look after me. So he dropped me off at my grandparents' house and then just vanished in his car. Okay, yes, but he can do that to you now since you're of age. You're already 20 years old, are you not? Even if going to university is difficult, you could still get a job, couldn't you? What did you just say, Jazelle? Are you actually telling me that he had every right to do that to me? To abandon me like this? Ugh, and no way am I getting a job. Also, my grandparents are completely useless when it comes to my situation. They're living on their pension money, so they can't pay for my school tuition. They're absolutely worthless to me. And Dad, if he was just going to disappear, he should have at least left me some money for my tuition. They're all equally useless, aren't they? Okay, but aside from your father, your grandparents reluctantly took you in, didn't they? Don't you think that's a terrible way to talk about people who have helped you? They're my blood-related grandparents, so it's only natural for them to take care of me. Besides, they should cut their own living expenses and pay for my tuition, right? It's absolutely ridiculous that they can't pay for it when their grandchild is begging them for help. Wow, okay. I guess I'm not the only one that you talk badly about. I was a fool to even worry and contact you. Even in this situation, you haven't changed at all, have you? Well, let's put that aside for a moment, yeah? Jazelle, you contacted me because you were worried about me, right? So that means you're going to pay my tuition, yes? Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? How the heck did you even reach that conclusion, you silly girl? Do you think I would after the way you've treated me? But it makes sense, doesn't it? Because you're the only one I can rely on right now, Jazelle. It turns out you really were my true parent after all. Thank you, Mom! What the heck did you just call me? I'm not happy to be called Mom in this situation. You're just using me. I can see right through you. In fact, hearing someone like you call me that only makes me angry. Oh, come on, don't be like that. It's a parent's duty to pay for their children's tuition, isn't it? Since Dad disappeared, you, Jazelle, are the only one who's left, so you have to pay. The moment your father and I got divorced, you and I became strangers. I have no obligation to pay your tuition, Selena, and there's no have to about it. But, just so you know, it's different now. Before, Dad was around, so I was asking you to remarry him. But he's gone now, isn't he? So if you pay my tuition, we don't have to live together or anything. I'll have no complaints if you just give me the money. You don't have to do anything else besides paying my tuition. Otherwise, I'll have to drop out of college. Don't you feel sorry for me? Please help poor me. I did feel sympathy for your predicament. That's why I contacted you, to check on your current situation. And there's no mistake about that. But after talking to you like this, no, you're not pitiful at all. Excuse me? Why on earth are you saying that for? I'm not the one at fault here. I'm just the innocent party in this situation, which is your divorce from Dad. I got dragged into it. The decisive factor in my decision to divorce was indeed your father's affair, but it's not the only reason. Your behavior was definitely a cause for the divorce, too. If you had truly reflected, those words wouldn't be coming out of your mouth. You can go on living your whole life blaming everyone else if you like. But if you do that, you won't be able to ever pay for your tuition, and I think everyone around you will eventually lose any sort of affection for you. No! But I told you before that I've reflected on my behavior and I've changed a lot. Why are you saying such awful things? Come on, don't be like this, Jazelle. I've let you walk all over me for way too long. I'm not going to let you rule my life anymore. You may have reflected on your behavior, but it doesn't prove anything has changed when it comes to how you treat people and how you act. I'm so over this crap, and you take up way too much energy. Awful? I think what I'm saying is right about your behavior up until now. For example, didn't you say I deserve to be abandoned by your dad? Well, unfortunately, so have you, so good luck with everything. No, Jazelle, please, come back. Don't leave me at my grandparents' house. I'll be stuck here forever, and they won't give me any money to pay for school. I really need you. Please, you've been the only parent I've had in my whole life who has actually cared about me. Don't leave me alone like this. Come back. I want to live with you. I need your help. After that exchange, Jazelle blocked Selena's number and had no further contact with her. However, a few years later, she coincidentally met Juan's parents, and they updated her on Selena's situation. Selena never got herself a part-time job, and as a result, couldn't pay for her tuition. She had no choice but to drop out of university. Her grandparents eventually told her they would kick her out if she didn't work, so she reluctantly started to look for jobs. However, none of them lasted long. And apparently, she's still living a disorderly life. Her grandparents are reportedly at their financial and emotional limit with Selena. They mentioned they would be kicking her out of the house soon. It seems that only then will she realize her life is a dead end. Meanwhile, Juan disappeared and apparently intended to use that opportunity to escape his alimony payments. However, Jazelle consulted a lawyer and used a detective agency to locate him. He is still making alimony payments to this day. A difficult life likely awaits him even after the payments are complete. As for Jazelle, she continues to live alone in her family home her parents left for her. Without the burden of Selena's tuition, my life is now financially and emotionally comfortable. While she may not have a family of her own in the future, she can say with certainty that her current life is far happier than any potential future with Juan and his annoying daughter Selena. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.